Hi, Marty. Good to see you. I just wanted to double check on some team news first. Has everyone returned okay from the international break?
Everybody went on international break, coming in good shape. So the only one is Steffi. Is still recovering from a small muscular issue, but he's getting very close.
And have you got everyone back from the international break? I know there's been games over the last day or two. Are all of your players back in the building now?
Yeah, everybody's back. So actually, the last ones were long travels for both Hamza and Bobby, but they came in a good shape. Bobby in a good mood. He scored a good goal and good result for them. And yeah, great news as well for Abdo, for Jordan, classifying with Ghana. Yannick as well, having good results. So overall, a good international break for us as well.
And just to confirm with Steffi, I know you said he's getting close. Will he be available, do you think, to play any stage of the game this weekend?
We'll see. We're assessing, and as always, I like to sit with the medical to listen to them, sit with the player, and take a final decision. But what is true is that Steph is a very important player for us, and it will be good news. The sooner, the better he's back. But at the same time, that we want to make sure that when he's back, there is no setbacks and there is no new issues.
You mentioned a host of your players there who have been away on international duty, but there have been a number of players who have still been here with you and the coaching staff. How have you tried to utilise the international break?
Yeah, it's been a good one. It's been a good one because actually the level of application and I would say the focus, how we use these days, has been very good. I'm happy with the way the players approach this period, and hopefully we can see the results of it in a week that will be demanding because obviously we're going to play 3 games, and then there's no much time to spend in the pitch in these kind of weeks. But trying to improve some of the areas that we know that we might improve, that we need to improve, and I think the response from the guys has been very good.
Where are those areas, do you think, that where you've tried to introduce elements of improvement for your squad?
We always try to assess and look how were the last games, how we are, especially after a block of 5 games from the last international break. What are the things that we have improved? I think that definitely our build-up has been much better. We are getting better on the counter press, but still we want to press better. We want to press higher. We want to create more chances. We want to have more clarity in the last third. We want to make sure that we have more dominance through the games. So it's different areas that then we try to take more the tactical part of it and try to work on it in the pitch. And hopefully these last 2 weeks have been helpful to improve those areas.
Have you seen the development when and I know it's difficult in training and not, I suppose, in a real game day environment, but when you watch your players in those kind of drills and in those training matches, have you seen the development beginning to take hold of what you hope to see?
It's my job to try to develop the team, and I would like to think that there is always an improvement. The reality is that football, as life, is not linear, so it's up and downs. But when I look back 3 months ago and where we are now, there is definitely an improvement on at least on the things that for us are important and the things that we want to see. There is more cohesion, there is more clarity on the ideas, there is more starting to merge some relations in between the players in the pitch, and that's part of the process. Then of course we want to make this process as soon as quick as possible because it's about competing and competing really well. But we are aware that, and it's going to be the case probably. I'm sitting here in 6-7 months and I will tell you that still things to improve, and my nature is that even if I'm sitting here for the next 5 seasons, I will tell you that there is still a lot of things to improve, because that's the way you survive in high competition and high performance.
How beneficial has it been during this international break to take stock of where you are, where this team is, and 9 games into this championship season, I suppose, how you kind of review the season more widely so far?
No, we always try to analyze where we are from week to week, from game to game, from training to training. It's true that now we're getting into this point. I think it's almost 3 months since I've been here, these 100 days, and obviously you like to do this kind of review. So definitely I think that there are areas where we have been improving. The most important for me is that I see a team that is working really hard on the training pitch, that on the games they are trying to work hard for the badge, for the club, that we want to be better on everything we do. I was now saying that the build-up has been better, but we want to be much better than what we are at the moment. Um, we know that we are getting a decent amount of points, but at the same time, I'm aware that we should have done better in some other games, that we need to improve in areas that are important of our game. And then reality is that it's a tough league. That as well, I've been talking since I arrived here that this will take some time. That sometimes when we look back at how was the situation in the summer, I think that many people will rate this star as a very good one. Now suddenly, because we are Leicester and because we are already there, perhaps it might feel a bit short for some. Reality is that we want to be always at our best, and that means to win every game. And we are not at the top of the table. That's our aim. We need to keep improving while we develop. I've been saying that an identity that can help us to sustain this over the next season. So it's not just about immediate success, which is always so important, but at the same time building something in terms of the identity in and off the pitch that help us to be as competitive as we can.
When you look at Portsmouth this weekend, what have you made to them in your analysis?
Yeah, a team that I know well. Last season, I think they did really well after promoting, and always difficult to play against them because they are a physical side that they are good on set plays. They are good on actually high press. They are very aggressive. Um, they got these quick transitions because they invest a lot of players on this kind of high press, and as well they charge the box well. They got good players on 1v1 as well. So it's a dangerous team. We need to be at our top, especially because the way we play is, I would say, a good chance for them to try to use the high press, the energy on the way they do things, to try to disrupt and break our build up. I think the game will be very important for us, the way we manage this situation, and as well how good we are when we go into the Leicester.
They've proven themselves against teams in this division who have started the season very well, ending Middlesbrough's unbeaten run last time out. How do you mitigate their threats this weekend while still trying to play your own game? And eventually you will hope, of course, to take all 3 points.
Yeah, the approach is always the same. It's about huge respect to the position because definitely they got the strength, and then especially try to focus on what are our strength, how we can really punish them, more than just being very worried about what they are good at, but especially how we can exploit the weaknesses, if I can say that. So I think the approach for us will be try to be loyal to our identity, understanding that each game demands different things, and in that part I said already that I think the way they defend is a big part of why they are so competitive, and then improve the things that we know that we still need to improve.
It might feel a little bit strange on Saturday with it being a 7:45 kickoff, which isn't ordinarily something you see every week in the Championship. But how important is it to pick up where you where you kind of finished off before the international break with that win against Swansea, and coming back and starting this next block of games, which look like a really important 6 games between now and the next international break with a win this weekend?
Yeah, regarding the schedule, as you say, it's not regular, but I like personally. I love the evening games, so hopefully we'll have a good attendance and we can deliver a good performance for our fans. And yeah, I think every game in Championship is very important. I'm very aware that the next 6 games before the next international break is the last international break before then having a very demanding period during December, January. It's important that we take it step by step. I know how this week will look. We know the schedule. We know that it's going to be 3 important games in just few days. That's why I think it's very important that everybody stays connected, that everybody switch on, that all the players are ready to contribute, that we use the length of our squad, but at the same time, everything starts on Portsmouth. So I'm not thinking much about what's next, but to try to have a good performance and try to beat Portsmouth.